Hello guys, I am hanging out at the skincare studio here at Modern Work Suites. I just got done. My guests have left, my 3 first-time Hydrafacial women. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go live and explain to you what I did tonight. I'm going to grab a few more things and wait for everybody to hop on so that they can learn this too. So give me 1 minute and I will be right back. As you hop on, say hi so I know that you're here. And we will get rolling in just a little bit. Woo! Pretty excited. Okay. I'm gonna invite, I know this is like a crazy time of the day, 6:30. You're probably cooking dinner or getting settled in for the night and all kinds of stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and explain all this, and I know that you guys will be able to pop on here later tonight or when it works best for you. So I'm gonna explain to you guys what is a MK Hydrafacial. Well, I'm going to give a shout out to Sherry Wilson because she is the one who brought this to my attention. And then where I actually learned it, the document that she sent me and the information she sent me, I don't know if you know this or not, Sherry, but that was from Ryan Reeves, who is actually a future executive sales director. She is a top sales director in Mary Kay, and she is actually $1 million sales director in Mary Kay, who's earned the top trips, and she is just a rock star. She's a great sales director in Mary Kay, and so this came from her. So when I saw that and I read it and she brought it to my attention, and then Sherry shared with me today that she actually did her first Hydrafacial on herself. And she said that her skin felt so good and that it was amazing. And if you guys know anything about me, it is that when there is something that is new, I don't really think about it. I dig into it, I read about it, I think, is this a good idea? Does this get me excited? And if it does, and I know that it's a good idea and it gets me excited, I jump into it. I'm kind of one of those people, if you haven't known, my husband tells me all the time that this is actually a strength of mine. And I agree with him. This is the way I was wired, is that when I see something and it's exciting and it makes sense to me, I throw myself into it. And I tell myself this: for me, my strength is throw me in and I'll figure it out as I go versus trying to figure it out before I jump in, okay? So I'm sure that several of you are, I got to figure this out before I jump in, and then several of you are throw me in and I'll figure out as I go. That's good to know about yourself. And one thing that's really served me well in my business for my strength, but I also know that I have super successful women in my life and who are in Mary Kay who have to figure it out first and then jump in. So whatever you are, but that is me. And so I'm going to talk to you guys about what I did. I had a party booked for tonight. Hey Heather, thanks for popping on here. I had a party booked for tonight with 3 girls. And when I learned about this, I thought, I'm just going to ask them if they want to do it. And they were so excited. They just left and they loved it. I was like, did you guys like this? And they're like, yeah. And you know what is really crazy is one of the girls that was here tonight actually works at a med spa in Omaha and has had a Hydrafacial done before. And she said that her skin felt just as good doing this as it did at the spa. And I said, how much do women pay for that? And she said, literally $250. How crazy is that? So this is really awesome. And really the only difference when people ask you, what is the difference between like a Mary Kay Hydrafacial versus like going to a spa and getting it done? Well, if you go to a spa, the actual products that we use and the way we use them makes sense. So you get just as good of an effect. But with a Hydrafacial, they have a suction, like a suctioner and an injector that sucks the stuff out and then injects the serums in. And so I'm going to explain to you why you don't need that tool, you don't need that license to be able to let women experience this for themselves. I did not put anything on their face, and they knew that. I said, this is a MK Hydrafacial. It's our version of that. It's free. You do put it on, but I'm going to guide you through it, and it's going to be an amazing experience. And they were like, awesome. So how it works is it is a deep exfoliator. We want to exfoliate the skin on several different levels to get that truly deep exfoliator. And I would challenge you guys that when I walk you guys through this, I would challenge you guys to do this on yourself. I have not gotten to do it on myself yet because I had already done my makeup and was doing appointments while I was reading about this today. But I was thinking to myself while I was reading it, I wanted to do it so bad. So as I walk you through this and follow the steps, if you have time to do it tonight on yourself, do it. And I want to hear from you. And once you do it for yourself, it's just like your starter kit. Like when you start on the product yourself, you're using your own product, is a lot easier to walk somebody through how to use the product themselves. So this should be something that 1, gets you excited, 2, gets your customers and the people in your life excited, and 3, has you feeling confident and expanding new products to your customers and your friends and your family. And that's my most favorite part about tonight, okay? So what we do is we start with our oil-free eye makeup remover. So my girls came in, I shook it up, we put it on the cotton balls here, and I had them take off their eye makeup, start with clean eyes. And then I grabbed I always forget these are called, my wipes. Facial cloths, disposable facial cloths. That sounds way more professional. And you will need 2 facial cloths per person. You will also need a cup of water or a bowl of water, of warm water. So I always say 2 of these and 1 of these. The reason why is you're going to be doing lots of exfoliating, and you're going to actually need to change the water for your person who's experiencing this. You're going to need to change the water halfway through. I'll tell you why. That's the nurse in me. I like to keep things clean. Okay. So what they do is they take off their eye makeup. Then they're going to get their skin wet, and they're going to use their favorite cleanser. Okay. So I am saying to choose between the Time Wise or the Time Wise Repair. Those are the 2 that I would do with this because this is aimed towards women who need these benefits. They already have aging skin. They're 18 or older. They're not using Clear Proof, botanicals naturally. What's going to be best with the Hydrafacial is Time Wise or Time Wise Repair. So you're going to have them wash their face with the cleanser. 4-in-1 cleanser. It's going to cleanse, tone, exfoliate, even out their skin tone, take their makeup off, take their day away. They're going to cleanse. Okay? So that's in our first well. I put the cleanser. In the second well, I put half cleanser, like a smaller amount of cleanser. And then I put the other half with our microdermabrasion step 1, the refine. Then what I have them do is I say, okay, now dip your fingers in your water and just add a little dollop to that, and you're going to mix it together in your well. So it's like a science experiment. And I actually have them pick that up, and I have them exfoliate their skin. So they're getting the microdermabrasion benefits, but it's also mixed with the cleanser, so it's a little more gentle. And you're going to understand what I mean when I say that we want to be gently exfoliating, because we're actually working with 3 different exfoliators in one session, okay? And so I told the women tonight that what our goal is to get a deep exfoliation that is gentle and effective, and to also have your skin be hydrated and have serums absorb at a deeper level. Okay, so mixing your micro with your cleanser, it does not mean that it's not going to be as effective. It just means it's going to be a little more gentle. Okay, so what we're doing as they're rubbing this in their skin, I'm telling them this is the first layer of exfoliating. So this is our first of 3 steps for exfoliating. And what we're doing right now is we're removing dead skin from the surface of your skin. This removes the impurities in the day and the makeup, the oil, the grease, the grime that's been building up all day. And now that that's off, we want to exfoliate on a surface level. We want to get anything that might have been left behind. So we're pulling stuff out, we're scrubbing it off, right? And so this is gentle. And then they're going to take their cleansing cloth, dip it in here, and they're going to wash it off. Now, I will tell you that they had to go over their skin about 3 or 4 times with the wipe. No big deal. I say take your time, make sure you get all of that off. You absolutely want to make sure they take all the gritties off. If they're at your house or you're at their house, have them go in the bathroom for this step. Tonight in our skincare studio, I had our own little waters, and they had their wipes. And I said, it's okay if you make a mess. I can clean it up. It's not even that big of a deal. So after they wash this off, then they're going to leave their skin. They're going to dry it, but not completely dry. So it's a little bit damp. And then what I say is, okay, we just removed the surface layer of dead skin. And now that that's removed, we want to go deep into your pores and start the declogging process. And so what we're going to do next is we're going to use our deep cleansing charcoal mask from the Clearproof line. And so you give them a little bit, not a whole lot, just a little bit. And I say, okay, all I want you to do is put a thin layer. So you know how usually we do it like, so our whole face is like dark when you put it on. This is going to be a thin layer. So it's going to look kind of just like a light gray, okay? It's going to look like maybe they missed a few pieces. It's just a very light layer. And I had them only leave it on for 5 minutes. It dried very quickly, but what happened was right away. So this is really interesting, okay? So what I noticed was sometimes this has to sit for a few minutes to really get into the pores. What I noticed on the women tonight is it went in right away. You could start seeing the dots all over their forehead, their nose, their chins, their cheeks. And what it was doing is, I really do think I saw it with my own eyes, is that it went in faster. It detoxed their skin way faster because we had already removed all of the surface level dead skin. And so it rapidly went in and started pulling out the toxins. And I'm like, so this, we're going a little bit deeper into your skin. This is going to declog your blackheads. It's going to pull out any impurities because we removed the surface. Now it's going a little bit deeper and it's pulling out the toxins that are in your pores. Okay. So this stayed on for 5 minutes. And I also had them put on the lip scrub while it sat. And then what they did was they flipped their profile cards over and they wrote down referrals for me who would want to have a Hydrafacial experience. Okay. After 5 minutes, we wiped the lip scrub off. We washed the charcoal mask off. While they're writing down their referrals, what I did was I went and I got new water because the old water had all the microderm inside of it. So while they were doing that, they put their lip mask on. You're going to go ahead, get them fresh water, bring it back. And then after that, hey, Ashley, oh, you're going to love this. You'll have to watch like what you missed because you'll want to do it tonight. So fresh water, they come in, they wash the charcoal mask off, they take off the lip mask, and then they're going to put their lip balm on. And then once their skin is dry, then what you do is we do our next step, okay? So what you do next is you grab out your hydrogel patches and you have them put them under their eye. So they're putting them under their eyes. And as you know, if you've used these, they usually go from like here and then they come down in here, right? They come a little bit down here to really fill out any of those fine lines that we have. And so while those are on and setting, and I explain to them what they do, put these on, and then I put a pump of the glycolic acid peel on their tray. And their job is to pick up the peel, and they're going to put that around, I always say, like where the hydrogel patches stop, that's where I want you to put it on your skin. So they did it in their cheek area, across their lip, their chin, they went into their nose and their forehead. And so you let the hydrogel patches set for 10 minutes, and then, I let them, I'd probably say like 5 to 10 minutes. This sat for 5 to 10 minutes, anywhere in between. And while they're doing that, then we do the satin hands treatment. So we went into the bathroom, we did the satin hands, we come back, and I'm explaining to them how these products are working. So the first layer was the microderm. We took off the surface layer of dead skin. The second step was the charcoal mask, and it's going in to declog those pores, and it's pulling out the toxins. And what glycolic acid does now is, if you know anything about glycolic acid or anything about the glycolic peels, how it works is glycolic acid actually goes 3 layers deep into your skin. And when it gets in there, you have dead skin cells and you have alive skin cells, maybe I should say, healthy skin cells and dead skin cells. And the glycolic acid goes in there and it starts breaking the bonds. So on a cellular level, 3 layers deep. So it breaks off the dead skin and then it keeps the clean, healthy skin. And so it's removing 3 layers of dead skin cells that are trapped underneath of the skin, which is really incredible, and like scientifically it's amazing. And that's why women pay a lot of money to go get glycolic peels done at spas, right? And so I talked to them like, this is what's happening. So we've pulled out your pores, and now we're going 3 layers deep. We want to really get in there and really exfoliate on a deep level to reveal that healthy, radiant skin. And I tell them while that's working, and it's gonna tingle, and it does tingle, but it's not painful. They're like, ooh, it's tingling. If you've ever tried this, you know. And then I tell them how the hydrogel patches work. Here's what's going on under your eyes, and how this is filling out those wrinkles. It's helping to depuff and help with dark circles, and it's loading this area that is so much more drier than the rest of our skin with hydration and water, and how beneficial that is for your skin. And then after 10 minutes, they peel off the hydrogel patches, put them on their tray. They're gonna wash the glycolic peel off. And then I tell them to take a look at their skin, because it is seriously so radiant. They can see that it has been exfoliated on 3 different levels, and they were just like, wow, like you can see how fresh my skin is, which is really cool. So it's that instant gratification. And I say, okay, now that we have exfoliated, we've cleansed and we've exfoliated really deeply, we've helped to like fill in under your eyes, now comes the nourishing side. So I was telling them that these exfoliators are like going to the gym. Like we're working out, we're really trying to get this yucky stuff out of your skin, and now it is time to do the right thing after you work out. You want to eat nourishing food. You want to give your body water, right? We know that. And I say, so now that's what we're going to do for your skin. Now that we've worked all that yucky out, we want to make sure we're filling it with the good stuff. And so what I do is I give them a pump of this vitamin C serum. And this is so good, you guys. I tell them how it goes in to help boost the collagen in your skin. It actually, vitamin C sends a signal to your skin that says, produce more collagen. So it's so good. And of course, we know that vitamin C is so healthy for you anyways, to keep your immunity up and help prevent yucky things from happening, right? We know that we take vitamin C on the daily to help prevent us from being sick. So we absolutely need it for our skin. So I have them put the serum on. And I also tell them that serum is so important to put it on fresh skin. So if you guys use a serum right now, always make sure that's the first thing that goes on after you wash. This is the most powerful part of our skincare routine. If we're using a serum, it's the most effective. And so we want that as close to the bare skin as possible. So we do the vitamin C serum. And they're like, ooh, they were like, ooh, it smells so good. If you have not tried this, like seriously, it smells like brown sugar and oranges. It like smells so good. And they're loving it. It's silky smooth. And then I give them a night cream. So I'm using the Time-Wise 3D night cream, and I put it in a well, and then I add 1 drop of our nourishing oil. Why do I do this? Well, 1, it is nighttime, and I'm telling women to only do this at night because really they need to not to have the best effects, they don't want to have makeup on their skin for like 12 hours. So doing this at night is the best time to do it. So we're putting on their night cream, which is going to help to hydrate, and it's going to help to defend their skin while they're sleeping, and it's just going to speed up the anti-aging process. But because we have exfoliated on deeper levels, we need extra moisture because we really went deep and we don't want to dry our women out. So adding a drop of this nourishing oil is so important in that process. This also, if you don't know, the triple blend in this oil, it has some antibacterial in it as well. And sometimes when we take all the yucky stuff off, we take some of the good. And so to prevent any bacteria happening, or when they're touching their face later on tonight, putting a drop of this oil in is going to make a huge difference. So I put this in their well, and then I put a little drop of oil, so it's super fun. They get to see me pinch it in, and I say, now mix that up in your well and put this all over. So that's what we're doing next. And then I have them put on an eye cream because they did use the gel patches, but we also want to help like nourish and let them feel how great this eye cream is. If you have not tried this 3D eye cream, like do, because it is my most favorite. It dries so quickly. You can feel it working. You can literally feel your skin firming. And tonight the women who used it were like, wow, this feels so good. So then what I had them do is I said, now feel your skin. How does it feel? And when they saw it after the exfoliating, they could see how alive it was. But once they started using the serum and the moisturizer and the oil, they were like, it feels so soft. And guys, like, I'm literally like, my skin is like crying because it wants to do this, because I know how good it's gonna feel tonight. So you can, I'm sure you guys are listening to this like, holy cow, I gotta do this tonight. And then to finally seal the deal, this is so important. And this is our hyaluronic acid moisture renewing gel mask, okay? So what you do is you squirt this on, and I say, okay, now this is your sealant. This is gonna seal the deal. I want you to sleep in this. I don't want you to wash this off till the morning. This is going to renew the moisture in your skin. It has a hyaluronic acid, and what it's gonna do, hyaluronic acid actually like plumps the skin, and it also holds moisture. So any moisture, we don't want her to lose moisture when she goes home. So we're sealing her skin in with this to help retain the moisture so she doesn't get dry. In the morning, her skin's gonna feel so good. It's gonna look so good, but also it's gonna help plump and fill. And so this is our last step. Put that on and they're good. And that's the last step in the Hydrafacial. Now, this is a lot of steps, but let me tell you something, because I was so excited. I did not even know the girl who was coming tonight worked at a med spa here in Omaha. She said, what do you, so I said, okay, ask me some questions. I really want to make sure that I'm learning. And she said, okay, so tell me, we're going to start the Hydrafacial. I want you to tell me like what ingredients are really important and what we're using and why. So she was kind of like testing me. I said, well, we have resveratrol, in our cleanser and in our eye cream. And she's like, okay, that is a great ingredient. She was really curious about this stuff, right? And then I said, we have aluminum oxide crystals that are the same ones they use at the med spa for microderm. She says, yep, those are the exact same ones we use, which was really awesome. And when she was using this tonight, she was like, this feels good. She's like, this feels better than microderm at the spa. I'm like, okay, you have to wipe it off. Like, I think she would have just sat and just like kept rubbing it on. Glycolic acid, I said, is huge. Vitamin C and hyaluronic acid. And she said that she has women come into her clinic to get Botox and fillers. That's like probably their biggest thing that they do. They do lots of peels, they do lots of Hydrafacials, and they do lots of Botox and fillers. And she said that this hyaluronic acid is actually in the fillers that women get injected in. Booyah. I was like, what? I did not know that. And she's like, Mary Kay. Like, she was like, wow, good. They got the good stuff. Like, this is serious. And she loved it. And so did the other girls. But I'm telling you this, guys, because everyone's going to love this. But from a professional standpoint, where that's what she does and she understands the ingredients, for her to say that is a big stinking deal. And she said that it felt just as good. Her skin looked just as good, felt just as good as when she had it done. And these women are paying $250 to get this done. So I walked through product with them. We're working on right now, Whitney and I are working on a really great closing sheet for this experience, because we have really great closing sheets already. And so just walking them through it, but I did show them, like, here's how it works. And they did buy a lot of product from me, FYI. So that's exciting. But I had to walk them through this process. And this was new for me, guys. Remember I said I just threw myself into this. So I talked to them. So how did I close the sale? Because it's one thing to give somebody a great experience, but you also need to be able to lead them to a decision to close the sale. And that's one thing that I really want you guys to learn how to do. So give me a minute. I'm going to grab one more thing. So I'm going to talk to you guys about this. So how we close the sale. I said, so this took about an hour to go through everything, just so you know. But we didn't do any makeup. I got referrals and I got sales. So I would say for an hour, that's great, right? Would you agree? And they loved it. And so what I did was I talked to them about our skincare set to start with. So here we have our Time-Wise 3D skincare system. Cleanser, day cream, night cream, eye cream. Why is this beneficial? Because this is like brushing your teeth every single day, every single night. You guys want to make sure you're cleansing your skin morning and night, and the skin in the daytime and the nighttime has different needs. So I tell them like, okay, so what do we do when we go home from this experience, right? Well, you want to know when you wake up in the morning and your skin feels so good and you've done all this work, you want to make sure you're putting the right thing on it right away, right? So what you want to do is you want to start with your cleanser. And you're just going to wash your skin. It's going to be really, really gentle. And then I just want you to put on your moisturizer. This has SPF, so you're protecting your skin. You're going to be hydrated. And then throw on some eye cream. Do your makeup however you do, or whatever you do, you can go on with your day. Then when you go home tomorrow night, I want you guys to make sure that you're cleansing your eyes and removing your eye makeup. That's so important. And then washing your skin again at night, using the night cream instead, because your skin has different needs. This is going to help restore. It's going to deliver those benefits to your skin while you're sleeping, and then you can put your eye cream on again. So I told them this is like the bread and butter. Obviously, the Hydrafacial is an amazing experience, but this is what I would want you guys to be doing every morning and every night to be able to ensure that you're taking the best care of your skin. And then we can add in these other products. We have the hyaluronic acid in the moisture renewing gel mask, the deep cleansing charcoal mask, our hydrogel patches. I walk them through this, the vitamin C serum, the glycolic acid, the microderm, and the nourishing oil, right? So let's look. The experience that we did tonight with all of these products, if we're being realistic, you probably only need to do this however often you want. I said either once, like either every other week or every week. Now, for me personally, every week is what I'm saying, right? Because we're getting that deep exfoliation. But think about this, guys. Really do think about this. The benefit of having all these products to start with is huge. And honestly, it's not that much more than if they were to pay to just go get one treatment done. Remember that, okay? And that's enormous. That is enormous savings. If a woman were to start on this, which we know, then we know that maybe once or twice a week she's going to want to use a good exfoliator. Well, the benefit of having this, and this in your arsenal, especially in Nebraska, is huge, because her skin is going to go through changes as the seasons change, as the weather changes. So let's say in January she really needs the peel once a week. Well, then summer's going to hit and she's going to want to use maybe the charcoal mask. And then when fall or spring hits, maybe she's going to want to use the micro. So these 3 products you slip in once a week, right? Once or twice a week. But if you're going to do a Hydrafacial on yourself once a week, then let's say this is your skincare routine. All right, so you tell a woman, this is your skincare Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. On Wednesday, you're going to throw in the peel right here. Okay? And she's going to hide until Sunday. And then on Sunday, you can do the whole Hydrafacial. You'll have everything you need. Maybe Tuesday you wake up and your eyes feel like there's concrete underneath of them and they look really bad. You've got your hydrogel patches. Like, you can go to this. Let's say it's winter and you're feeling super dry or you're looking super dull. Well, throw in some serum on your face in the morning. Maybe add a drop of the oil to your body lotion at night when you're getting dry, right? So we're walking them through this, why it's nice to have these in your arsenal. But honestly, women, this is what I told the girls tonight. I said, honestly, if you did this twice a month, this full experience, do you know that these products, if you just did a Hydrafacial on yourself every other week, they're going to last you over a year. And if you do it every single week, you give yourself one of these Hydrafacials, this ultimate experience, and you love it, literally, this is going to last you like 9 months. All of these products, right? They're going to last you forever. Yeah, are you going to run out of your cleanser? Yeah, you're going to need more cleanser. Are you going to run out of a moisturizer here and there? Yeah, you will throughout the year. But are you buying all of this at once? No. And so the investment and the turnover and the payback and how long it lasts and not having fillers is huge. especially when I asked the girl tonight, I said, so what on average, like what do they do for these hydrofacials? She said some women come in a few times a month, some women come in every 6 weeks. It just really depends on what they want. And I thought to myself, whoa, even if you did it for 6 weeks, there's 56 weeks in a year, I think. I could be wrong. But how many times? So then that's like 9 times that you're paying $250. That's $1,000, $2,000, $2,250 in hydrofacials. That doesn't include the skincare system that they're using on top of that. So do you see the savings and the benefits is huge, right? And so the girls saw that, and I laid that out for them. And that's really, guys, that's what it is. When you are selling a product to somebody, their best interest is your interest. It is necessary for you, right? And so it's not saying, buy this, use this, it's the best. It is great. You have a choice to use it. But let me tell you, not only will you benefit from it, you already know that because you've tried it. You've already felt it. You've already had the experience. But let me tell you how you can benefit from this in other ways, specifically financially, right? And saving yourself time and energy. You don't have to book those appointments anymore. You don't have to drive yourself to that place, right? You don't have to find a place that it fits in with your schedule. This is something you can do from the comfort of your own bathroom whenever you want. And you never have to call your esthetician and say, oh my gosh, my skin's dry, what do I use now? Oh my gosh, my skin's oily now, what do I do? Oh, I'm having breakouts, what do I do? You have this amazing arsenal of really everything you're gonna need, right? So that's what we got, guys. It was awesome. And I will tell you one thing. I've been sharing this. I shared this on my customer page. And I have had so many people text me. They're like, please tell me what this hydrofacial business is, and I want one. So I want you guys to embrace this. There is absolute benefits for women out there. If you just learn how to do this, do it to yourself. Hey, Sam, you'll have to watch this again because literally you're going to want to do this tonight. If you're a repair user, then all you're going to do is you're going to substitute the cleanser and the moisturizers that I used and the eye cream. That's all you're going to do. That's the only thing that's different, okay? And so you can figure that out, right? So it's amazing. I want you guys to try it, and I just want you to really latch onto it because I really do believe that there's a lot of power here. This is a booking tool. Learning this is huge. And think about how much product you could sell and what that could do for your life and for your family, but also think about how much money you're saving women. And I know that just from these 3 girls tonight, especially the one with the background, she works at a med spa, wow, I was shocked. I was a little intimidated at first, but I was like, well, this will be so good because she'll be able to be honest with me, and she asked really good questions, and she was so impressed with our products and the way her skin felt. So girls, I'm just telling you, I would challenge you to embrace this and give it a shot. And it's going to be huge. It's going to be exciting. And we did the skin scans on him before, and it was just Mary Kay's given us all of these tools to have us be successful. So do not negate this. Do not think, oh my gosh, no way would somebody want to do that and walk through that, because the complete opposite is true. Women are excited. My phone's been blowing up, and these women absolutely loved it. They're like, dude, we're going to tell our friends about this. They need to try it. So there you go. MK Hydrafacial. You are absolutely welcome. I put you guys in a group chat. You can use any of my flyers that I sent to you, anything that I texted out. If you're in my preferred customer program, you can use anything that I posted. You can use my words. You can share it with people. The biggest thing people have been asking is, do you have a suction or an injector or anything like that? And I just say, you know what? I don't, because I'm not a licensed esthetician, because I'm not trained to use that tool. But I am trained in these products and how they work and why this step-by-step is going to be great for you. And so I'd love to walk you through that process. And they were asking me questions tonight. They were asking, so why aren't you a licensed esthetician? Have you considered that? And I said, you know what? I think it's a great thing if women want to do that. But for me, it's a lot of time. It's a lot of money and it's a lot of energy. And I'd rather take that time, that money, and that energy and pour it into my business that I have right now. And what I love is that I can be able to offer this option to women now to help them save money. And they were like, huh, interesting. And when they tried it, they loved it. So I'm just saying, there will be objections and there'll be questions, but just overcome them and answer them honestly. And people are going to value that. Like when you are honest, you're authentic, and you're just sharing what you love anyways, you add value to people's lives. And that is what people crave. And that's what helps build a successful business and a successful life and great relationships. So embrace the Hydrafacial. Go after it. Try it tonight. Let me know if you have any questions. And I will post our order of application as well. Okay. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.